Hi and welcome to the Sonji Land Show where everybody's upside down.
Every day is upside down in Sonji land.
Let's talk about frustration. If you're trying to improve your handstand, chances are that you've been in touch with your deepest self-doubts, feeling like you're the worst person at this thing and that nothing you do will ever pay off. I know I've been there. I threw my handstand blocks there. You know what the funny thing is though? We're all in the same boat. And to me, I only truly realized that when I started teaching others and I saw that it doesn't matter how fast the person is progressing or how talented or not talented they are, the pattern is always the same. Let me read you some messages that I've gotten from some of my students that in all of the cases were just like a moment thing and the next day everything was completely different. Ugh, I'm having the shittiest handstand day. I'm not hitting anything. I get so mad at myself when I literally can't do any handstands. Half hour later, this person writes me, okay, you're going to laugh at me. I guess it wasn't such a bad practice. And the person sends a video of actually not that bad sets. Another one, this one is in Spanish, but the wording is epic and we'll translate. Sonia, se me arquean todas las piernas, la espalda, todo. Es un asco total esto. Siento que tuve una lesión cerebral y tengo que aprender todo desde cero. Estoy para darme la cabeza contra la pared, te digo. The list goes on, and this is only some of the written stuff. But I can't tell you how many pep talks I've had with students over FaceTime calls, and honestly, I have never had a student that hasn't experienced a training meltdown at some point. Once you realize that everyone has those meltdowns, it gets easier to let go of the frustration and not let it get in the way of your progress. See, the thing is that there's a balance. You might get super frustrated because you're driven and you care about your progress, and that's awesome. But when you allow the frustration to take over, your sessions are inevitably gonna be less productive because you'll be less focused and it can get to the point where it prevents you from putting in the work. It's so counterproductive. And in the worst case, it can make you quit because you lose your joy. And then you probably feel bad about yourself because it feels like you failed, but that's so not true. You just probably never learned to manage 3 crucial things that have a huge impact on how you show up for yourself in your training, and hence what you get out of your training. The first thing is expectations. What I see often is that people will get on their handstand journey, they'll make progress quite fast at the beginning, but then at some point they'll hit a plateau or even feel like they're getting worse, although that's usually their perception. But you think that progress will come at the same rate all the time, which it doesn't. The better you get, the slower progress will be. And it's super easy to underestimate the amount of practice and time it takes to really establish handstands in your body. Not to mention that it takes different amount of time and practice for different people. So if you have a specific expectation about what your body should be able to do at this point, chances are that you'll waste precious time on being frustrated, and it can take away your curiosity for figuring out how you can actually make things work in your body. So instead of attaching your expectations to your performance, attach them to whether you're putting in the work. Because in the long run, that's the only thing that matters, is that you stay consistent and you do the thing. When I started out hand balancing and I became friends with some people who had insanely fast progress and got their 1-hour handstands in a matter of like 2 years, I expected myself to do the same, knowing that I'm a hardworking person. But let me demonstrate how my personal handstand journey has gone so far. To be honest, I'm still not even close to the 1 arm handstand, and it's been like 3.5 years since I seriously started training handstands. But looking at the big picture, I have gained so much. My handstands have gotten so much better. And the journey has opened up so many new things for me and showed parts of me that I wasn't aware of. And I just keep putting one foot in front of the other. The second thing to manage is progressions and regressions. Obviously, it's not all that black and white, and just trying to go through the motions can result in not getting anything at all in handstands if you just keep falling out. So another big part of the puzzle is to know your regressions. If an exercise isn't working at all on a particular day, what is the next easier version you can do to still get value from the exercise? For example, if you're working on transitioning from straight to straddle, and you usually do it in the free space, but on that day you're not hitting any handstand, go and use the wall. Know how to set up yourself so you can still get precious balance time and you can still get value. That way, the time you put in will still be productive. The third thing to manage is support systems. Observe what helps you to stay on top of your game. This can be anything from music to watching videos of hand balancers you admire to training with a group or reaching out to your coach. One of my friends, he did a really funny thing. He would just lock himself in the bathroom and scream and then come back out and continue with his life and his training. And it was kind of his way of blowing off steam and just getting it out of his system so that he could get back and focus on what he was working on. I just wouldn't recommend acquiring any destructive habits like throwing blocks against the floor or the wall and destroying your apartment. But eventually, you will get to a point where you don't get frustrated anymore because you realize that it's really not helping you in any way. In the end, handstands are meant to give you joy. The truth is that no matter what goal you set and what you achieve, it won't change your worth as a human being. And besides, once you achieve something, there will always be a next goal and you will probably never arrive. So make it about the journey. Approach your training with an open mind and curiosity and make it feel like a game. And I can't put enough emphasis on the value of having a community. You'll feel a lot more normal when you see everybody go through their ups and downs, and it really helps you to get that bird's eye view. If you don't have a community and you feel lonely in your practice, then come and hang out with us. I teach daily live classes on Zoom, and we have the best community with handstand people from all around the world, and together we achieve more. I hope this episode helps you over the hump of bad handstand days and keeps you going. Really just do the thing, focus on the skill in the moment, and you'll be fine. Subscribe, like, leave a comment down below, and it's never too late to do what you love. I'll catch you next Monday on the Sonji Show.